It begins. My Zero to Hero journey begins in this video. If you don't know, I'm a Guild Wars 2 veteran that does a lot of content and guides about Guild Wars 2, and this is a brand new account where I started a new character. I will not use level 80 boost on it, I will just level the character usually and go from there and try to get a legendary. That's the, so to say, end goal for the first season, let's say, of Zero to Hero on this account. My goal is to reach that before the Visions of Eternity expansion in 2 months. And if you want to see me live doing this journey, you can just check out my YouTube or my Twitch stream. And of course, if you missed the stream, you can also watch the VOD of it on YouTube. All of them are available in the live section. I will also, of course, have this series here on YouTube as an edited version of the whole streams in a shorter format. If you have any questions or any comments, if you want to have longer episodes in this YouTube video series or shorter episodes or less cuts, whatever, let me know in the comments down below, as this is the first episode. As always, special shout out to all my dear supporters and YouTube, Twitch and Patreon that help me keep the lights on. And now without much further ado, let's jump straight in. I'm here on my fresh account, nothing on there. This is my new account. I just bought it during the sales and I have almost all the expansions. I think not all of them. I think I'm missing EOD. And I will create my first character now. I will do that quite fast. Of course, this is something that is very you should design a character that you will like and choose the class that you will like. This is very important to me. There is always a question which kind of class you should choose. This is, for me, a very personal choice. You should choose whatever you find looks the most attractive to you, what you think is the gameplay-wise very interesting. Don't really look about the complexity here. Just check what you like the idea of. And if you want to have more information, be sure to check out my YouTube channel, where I have very nice videos. Link is also in the description to the first class, how you can choose it, some showcase there, or some tier lists that can help you there. But I, in this video, will go for Mesmer. And then I want to change my keybinds. That's very important. That you should also do that at some point very early. You should change your keybinds so that you actually have keybinds that are changing to what you actually like. Yeah. So also like the setup for all your health bars and stuff. I have a dedicated guide where I go over every single setting on my YouTube channel, so you can check that one out as well. I just go for the stuff that I notice right away and change that. But the first thing that I want to do is I change my keybinds to my, you can export and import that. That's why I have that so fast. Those are my keybinds for my mouse and stuff. This will be some kind of special journey. Yes, I will still go, of course, and level my character as a brand new account and go and try to get the legendary, but I try to do so in a more efficient way. So I know a lot of other content creators did that, and I try to set myself some own goals and challenges how I want to do it, but I really try to be as efficient as possible, so that if you're a new player and you want to get it done as well, you can look at it and see, this is a cool tip to how can I speed up my journey. But I really want to mention this here. It's really important that you should enjoy the journey if you're doing it the first time. It's really not about getting it the fastest, because that's not necessarily the most fun. You should explore the world and have fun. I really want to mention this here. I will just try to get the first quest done. And we will try to level as fast as I can, but of course it's not it will take a while. I would be able to use the level 80 boost, but I would not recommend to use the level 80 boost on your first character. It's one of the most important things. I think if you want to enjoy the game as it is meant to be enjoyed, I think that's way better for you in the learning experience. If you can't stand leveling in competitive or in MMOs, then sure, skip with that. But I would not recommend doing that. I think it's way better to experience your first character how it is meant to be experienced and learn slowly every single attack, how it works, and just get to know everything in a slow pace, and not expect everything in one hit and then you are completely confused, you don't get anything how it works. I would not recommend it. But of course, it's possible. You get those by purchasing any expansion. Is there something special with why you choose Mesmer? I just chose a specific class close to me I like to play, and I chose it because I want to have something that is actually not only quite useful, but I can also use later. Then, for example, in my fractal journey, I really want to go get fractals done very fast. This is something that I like. I want to play support there. Support is really strong in fractals. and you find groups easily and you can carry them quite hard. That's why I chose Mesmer. Mesmer is really good right now as a fractal class, stuff like that. But it is really like up to you. It's not like something that is very special about this, that it's faster for speedrunning. I think it's actually one of the hardest classes to level. Maybe that helps you to actually understand how to level and stuff, because it's really bad as a core class. It has a lot of supportive stuff, and if you are leveling, typically you are quite often alone, and all your support skills don't really matter that much. So Mesmer is one of the more annoying classes to level. Yeah, the beginning part is quite boring. I'm just doing the quests, doing the map completion of like this map here, Queensdale, and slowly from there I will also go and do other map completions and just level my character to as fast as I can. How many years do you play Guild Wars 2? 12 to 13 years, yes. With on and off, I would say. This is just like my main account is very like efficient, very high gold value and stuff, and I did a lot of stuff on the main account. But my, so to say, journey was like not permanently playing 12 hours a day or something like that. It was more like in the beginning very slow, and I would say I started like really playing Guild Wars 2 like 2016 or something, when Heart of Thorns came out, something around this. What? Why can't I do it? Interesting, you unlocked it as later. Okay, I did not know that, to be honest. You see, sometimes I learn something because I never leveled my character in the last like 12 years. You know, I have 70 characters on my main account, with all of them are level 80. So I don't know that you don't have the unlock right away of the hero points. Very interesting. What's the primary use for Loris? So Loris are classically like a thing that you will get every single day before the Wizard's World. Now it's like more you get it at some point in the Wizard's World. It was some kind of like login reward, and it doesn't have a primary use anymore. You can get it Ascended Gear with it. You can get some gold out of it by transferring like it to tier 6 mats. That's about it. I personally would say it's not the most like useful currency anymore, because it's just like outdated. You can get either gold or the Ascended Gear, and you can also get some other good stuff there, like minis or whatever you want. But I personally would say it's not the, I don't know, I would not say that has a primary use anymore. It's really a little bit like nostalgic currency only. Yeah, the auto loot is really, I'm pressing F like almost all the time to make sure that I actually get the loot, because you really want to get all the loot that you have, so that you can get, because if you can't, then you will lose actually quite a bit of like, yeah, value. Yeah, the beginning, you know, I have already like almost 4 silver. It slowly like goes up, but you really want to get all the loot. It's really like the loot thing is really important. Nice, we are level 10, very good. We unlocked the hero points and weapon swapping, everything all at once. Ooh, we also unlocked the raptor. Do we really have the raptor already? That's crazy. That's like such a quality of life. That's actually insane. No, it's not free to play, because I think the free to play option is really nice to try out the game. But in my opinion, Guild Wars 2 is not free to play. Guild Wars 2 is a free trial. So you start the game with, so to say, heavy restrictions, and you can level to level 80, explore some criteria maps and stuff. But I personally would always recommend to purchase the expansion at some point. Any of them, just one is good enough. Because I think you really want to use the trading post, you really want to experience, like, for example, getting the mount and stuff like that. I personally think it's actually, you can try it. If you enjoyed it, what you see in the first few hours, you can then purchase the expansion. That's how I would do it personally. And I want, no, Blink. Yes, I can get Blink. That's good. There we go. Next one, I want to get Mimic. At level 15, I can use double Blink then. That's the idea here. That's the blue cursor and also the mounts thing here. This one here is from the Blish Hut and the mounts and more add-on. That's correct. Short reminder here, if you like this kind of content, be sure to subscribe. And if you like this specific video, be sure to hit the like button. That helps me out my channel a bunch. But now back to the journey. That's a good point as well. I mean, you always should think about, if you, in Guild Wars 2, people don't like to hear that, but you can purchase gold in Guild Wars 2 with real money. And if you want to get a legendary, but you don't like to spend time farming in the game, then it might be faster for you, if you can actually afford it, to spend some real money on the game and get the gold this way. I'm not saying this is the best way to do it. I'm just saying this might be something that is worthwhile considering. Because sometimes it's like you really dislike grinding gold in Guild Wars 2, but you still want to get legendary Twilights. then that might be the faster and more painless way. I hope that makes sense. For example, for this one, I can give you that tip directly. If you want to delete something and then you have this pop-up window, this is the most annoying one because you have to type the whole item. You can just post this item by pressing Shift and then it goes into your chat box here. You can see it. This is like how it looks then. And then I mark it and I copy it or delete it with Control X. And then I delete it again, post it here again, remove the brackets and I can delete it. That's so to say the fastest way to do that. This game makes you always feel so noobish after a year and there's so much stuff to learn. I mean, that's just normal. That's just completely normal, I would say. If you have an MMO that is like that old, like Guild Wars 2, then it's just like there is so much stuff in the game at this point. You always have something new to explore. You know, I'm playing the game a lot, obviously, but I have always something new to explore as well. So there's always something to learn. And that's just how it goes. Just accept it, embrace it, and have fun while doing it. You know, it's something nice to accept it, I would say. For me, it's nice to have something to learn. If I would be always about the game is I know everything about it, maybe I would not play it anymore. So there we go, level 13, very good. And equip it, and there we go. We have a key, and now we can salvage all of that stuff. I would recommend buying on a new character always the basic salvage kit, because it's the cheapest version of it. Don't need to go for any higher ones. You don't care for the low level gear anyway. And just salvage everything that you don't need anymore. The stuff that you can't salvage, you just throw out. And then we only have the key. And we got the first magic find level up, or the second one, I think. Can we purchase some black line chests? You know, that's the only thing that I want to do. Black line chests. Yes, obviously, this is something that you can instantly purchase, yeah? Everything else is locked, but the gambling thing you can instantly purchase. Let's purchase one black line chest and open the key, yeah? So wish me good luck here. I will not get it, I can tell you that much. So we will see what we get here. We have one key, one black line chest. Wish me good luck. Let's see. I will use the spear, probably, yes, but yeah, will not be like the main feature of the build. So we got nothing. And I can't sell stuff. Okay, nice. I'm doing all game modes, of course, as well, yes. Currently, I'm just leveling my character, but I will do that, of course, as well, and play PvP. Maybe World vs. World as well. I'm not so completely convinced about World vs. World yet, though, because that's not something that gives me a lot of, like, value in terms of like my account progression yet. So maybe we'll do that when we get some ascended or legendary trinkets and stuff. But for now, I think PvP and PvP and PvE is the main thing that I will do, yes. I will probably do also set my Wizard's World to PvP daily, because that's the fastest one for me to complete. I just have to do it once per day, one PvP match, and I get all the dailies. That's very, very fast, but of course, if you don't like PvP and you want to follow along, go just for PvE and you will be fine anyway. What exactly is an infusion? I was listening to a stream while cooking, but could not come up. So an infusion is a thing that you can put in an ascended item, and it gives you a very small stat increase, like really small, like 5 power or 5 condition damage. But if you put that in every single ascended slot, then you get actually a decent amount of that. So like 2% or so more damage if you have that at a full ascended level. But an infusion has also in Guild Wars 2 not only a stat, but most or some infusions also have some kind of cosmetic effect, like some kind of aura around you. And those auras can get really, like just aesthetically, can go really flashy and really crazy how much different the character looks then. It's like a really big shadow cloud. There could be some kind of crazy electric effect. It could make your skin like white or completely orange. So it can completely change your looks of your character. So it's like an aesthetic and some very small stat increase. So infusions are really weird, and some people hunt them for just the best cosmetics. But they are really expensive, some of them, like over 10k gold. So that's what an infusion is. You can always find all the videos, all the streams that I do on my YouTube channel in the live section. So all my streams are in not the video section and not the short section, but the next section there on the live. And there is all my ever done live streams, like over the last year, all my live streams are still saved there. So you can all watch them if you want them. If you want to see my progression from starting as a streamer and wasn't really bad at it, really shy, and slowly increasing my, I don't know, performance. You can see all of them. Nothing is like disabled. Yeah, Blishot makes the game very easy to, any like marker packs help you a lot with the game. For example, you can also use it in raids if you don't want to know, for example, when a specific mechanic happens that is time gated, you can easily have a marker pack or some kind of add-on that tells you, okay, now this mechanic is happening, move there. This makes it very easy. I would say for me, as someone that enjoys learning the game without any markers and stuff like that, I don't use that, or I don't want to use it to learn the mechanics. But if you struggle because you have like so much stuff to keep track of, your rotation, your allies, your like whatever, yeah, very good job. I'm very bad at jumping puzzles, as you can see. But if you're someone that just wants to keep like learning the game and not fail all the time over and over because you have so much stuff to look out for, then definitely a worth it consideration to get those marker packs. I just right now have this one, but you could use Tagged's one, Lady Alyssa's, these trail, they're all really good. You should just use one that suits your route, what you want to do. Like I said, I don't have gliding or any mounts other than the raptor, so I can't use that on this account here. But it would make sense, of course, if you want to go for the fastest route possible, then it would, of course, make sense to use something that is very speedrunning heavy, that uses, for example, the position rewinder. That is a specific tool that you can get. All of that stuff could help you to unlock this stuff, yeah. Faster, at least. For me, I'm not like speedrunning it, I just want to get level 80 and get the map completion somewhat decently fast. But like I said, the leveling is not important to me, that I get level 80 in like after like, I don't know, 10 maps or after like 15 maps. I really don't care too much. So for me, it's more important that I get the map completion, because the end goal would be at the end to get the legendary, you know, and I need the map completion anyway. So it does not really matter too much when I get level 80. Hope that makes sense. I would recommend do that. Purchase some very cheap food from the trading post. Like you can see, for me, I don't have that yet unlocked because I need to have a restriction of a few more days after buying this. That's just against spotting. But you can purchase any food that is saying, for example, like, where is it? I can show one example would be, I don't know, this one here. No, not this one. This one here. Cup of potato fries, for whatever reason, just gives you 10% experience from kills. That's what you want. But it's only from kills. So whenever you are, so to say, getting experience from any other source, like from a heart, from map completion in general, this is not affected by that. It's only affected, it's only affecting kills of mobs. Exploring the maps is so exhausting if you have everything in front of you. As a fresh account, I'm more interested in challenging PvE stuff. Yeah, you will get there, you know, just take it slowly. Don't like stress too much, you will get there. And the map completion, you don't rush it, you know, you can do it whenever, you know, get to level 80 and then you can start doing the stuff that you want to play in the end game, and you can always come back and do the map completion. It's really not that bad. For me at least, I think map completion should not be something that you like push like 12 hours per day just to get it done. I think that will just burn you out. Just come back whenever you have time and you feel like this is you have some energy to do it. That's the best way, the patient way, I would say. For a new player, just like the gear is not worth it, you know. You will never purchase like gear during the leveling process. Guild Wars 2 leveling is very easy. You just get the gear that you get and equip it, but that's it. You should not get any other gear than that. It's really not, it doesn't help you that much. I really recommend just skip everything that is not like absolutely necessary to buy or purchase, because it doesn't help you in the long run. It really does not. As always, thanks for watching. Thanks to all my supporters. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content like this. There will be way more content coming on this series, so stay tuned for that, and I hope to see you all in the next video.